Hello and welcome back to the cronecast at the Rising Moon. My name is Elaine, and in a moment I'm going to be explaining what today's reading is about, but I did want to tell you about a free reading giveaway that I'm offering every month for the rest of 2020. Today's reading is a timeless reading. However, I am going to be offering a reading at the end of every month, so that'll be May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. And the way that you would enter to win a reading is go ahead and subscribe, please. Hit that post bell notification, drop a comment below the video, and I will select a winner at the end of every month. I look forward to hearing you. It is a live streamed video. You can have it on any subject that you like, and I hope that I hear from you soon. Take care. And welcome back to the cronecast at the Rising Moon. My name is Elaine, and on this channel I do weekly and monthly energy reads with candle magic assistance. I do divine and spirit guide message reads, sometimes with candle magic assistance, sometimes with pendulum assistance. I do energy reads, I do predictive tarot, I do yes and no tarot, and I also do active spell candle magic tarot. And that's what I'm doing today. Today I have Grant Me a Favor, Wish Fulfillment. All of these are dressed in a folk tradition. They're dressed with specific conjure oils. I will go over that at the time of the reading. There's going to be an insert in a moment so that you can pick your pile. And the way that you do that is you concentrate, you see which one calls out to you. That's the pile that is meant for you. All of the different candles do have a different focus. You can pick more than one if you like. This is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, this is pile number 3, this is pile number 4. There's going to be an insert. Go ahead, concentrate, see which pile or piles are right for you, and I will see you at the time of your reading. Hello and welcome back. If you chose pile number 1, then this is your reading, and your candle was anointed with wishing oil. This is from Art of the Root. I'm not affiliated, I just like their products. They have a great selection. So this is a spell plate. It is from a folklore tradition. It is related to hoodoo, but it is not actually hoodoo. It is about granting wishes, granting favors, and bringing boons into your life. So what I have on the plate is some mint that opens up the energies both for giving and receiving. So it's good for communication. It's also good for energetic release and energetic drawing. I do have bay leaves on here, which is for wish granting. I have prosperity rice, which I did make myself. It has about 5 different kinds of herbs in it. It's very good for bringing in money, bringing in wealth, bringing in abundance. I also have basil, which is another money drawing herb. I have daisy petals, which yellow flowers are very good in any kind of abundance and or prosperity magic. I have carnations for power. I have popcorn because that is actually what corn is great for prosperity, but it's also good for breaking through barriers. What else do we have on here? I have a little bit of green glitter, and then I have some magnetic sand. It's golden sand. It's also supposed to be good for drawing energies in. And I think that's about it on this guy. Everything has been blessed and empowered, so this is an active working. So let's see what your wish is about. I have the Sun card in the upright. I have the Hermit card in the upright as well. Page of Swords in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse, 7 of Pentacles in the upright, 5 of Wands in reverse, 5 of Cups in the upright, 4 of Pentacles in the upright, 3 of Swords in the upright, 3 of Wands in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse, Strength card in the upright, 9 of Pentacles in reverse with the Magician in reverse as well. So what is your wish about and how is it coming true? First of all, we have multiple balanced energies. The 5s, 1 in the reverse, 1 in the upright, that is a very balanced energy. It's also the energy of change. It's also happening with the 3s. Balance is being restored to your life and your changes are almost over. It looks like you've been through quite a few. The Sun in the upright is about growth. It is about the birth of new ideas. It is about things prospering and growing. Right now, most of the United States is in lockdown. This is a timeless reading. However, there's plenty to be learned while they're in lockdown. And no matter when you're seeing this, it is the right time for you. In order to make your wish come true, one of the things that you need to do is look within and find the area that you need to study. Now, depending on what you're asking about, That does not mean you're acquiring a new skill necessarily, but there may be things that you need to learn about this, a situation that looks like it went wrong and you would like it corrected. It looks to me like you may be wishing for an increase in good fortune. This is a general reading. It's not going to apply to everybody. However, if you're watching this, you are interacting with active magical energies and it should be bringing things into your life. The Page of Swords in reverse and the Ace of Cups in reverse. There is a situation in which harsh words were exchanged. It left you both drained, feeling unappreciated, left down on your own. At the Seven of Pentacles in the upright with the Five of Wands in reverse, but one of the ways that that is going to be rectified, and the situation can actually be rectified, is through, again, there's areas that you need to study. It might be about the need to communicate your feelings and needs and wishes more clearly. It's a slow process and you need to have patience. This is the card of patience, the Seven of Pentacles. You are moving into a period that is far more peaceful in your life. And during that time, you do need to reflect on what it is that you have lost. It does appear to be the loss of a relationship of sorts. It may have been romantic. Not all relationships are romantic. It may have been romantic. It doesn't need to have been, but there's enough energy of grief and loss up here. Now, we have multiple cards where the numerological value is in the upright and then in the reverse. This is often about energies that are balancing out. You are returning to a period of more stability after a period of transition and change. But there's something that you need to, in order to make your wish come true, you are going to need to drop your guard more. You're being too guarded with your emotions, too guarded with your feelings about things, and you are ignoring your intuition. That's the Queen of Cups in reverse. She has excellent intuition. In reverse, though, she's often blocking things. It does look as if there are good choices to be made in that area, though. To increase your personal happiness, which this is part of what this is about. For some people, by the way, this might be about having a baby, hoping for a baby. That's one of the meanings of the Sun card. It's not going to apply to everybody, and if it doesn't apply to you, don't worry. But there's an energy of loss here, and it is a particularly feminine type of energy. It doesn't have to be. How do you get what you want? How is this going to happen? This is group number one. It's going to benefit you to talk to somebody, potentially a professional, about the loss that you've incurred, the loss that you've experienced. It will be a successful endeavor. It will bring you a feeling of calm and peace over the course of time. Group number one, you've had too much loss in your life already. I'm sorry. But you are incredibly strong. The only thing that always troubles me a little bit about the Strength card is that when we get it, we need to have gotten it. You're going to have to continue to rely on your strength to get through this. It looks to me, group number one, as if you are hoping for a return to financial and emotional stability in your life after a period of upset and loss. You will be able to achieve it. You need to learn more about yourself. You potentially do need to talk to somebody. It doesn't need to be a professional, but it is important to share your feelings so that you can understand them as well. A lot of the times when we're telling other people about what has happened to us, these are things we need to tell ourselves and examine for what it is we're really saying, what the tone is, what the language contains. We are revealing things about ourselves to others all the time, and quite frequently they contain our answers. It looks like you are wishing for more peace and happiness in your life above most things. This Magician in reverse card means that you're going to have to be resourceful and creative in the manner in which, and you're very powerful. People who get the Strength card always have been through a great deal. You're a powerful individual. Your wish actually is going to come true. Please don't doubt it. Please don't doubt it. The Magician card in the reverse, all you need to do is correct the energies, get that in the upright. This is about reclaiming your power. In order to get what you want, in order to get what you're wishing for, in order for the universe to grant you the favor that you're hoping for, you have to recognize your own power. You have to understand, just threw a spark. You have to recognize that you are the person who determines your trajectory. In the past, you've let too many other people guide you. You have to follow your own lead. And when you do, you will become more and more successful through your own efforts. Even if this is in a personal relationship, you're never going to be quite the same person again. This heartbreak that you've experienced is actually, it's changed you. It's not irrevocable though. You're still warm and open. You're just a little more guarded. You do need to learn to drop your guard with more people. Whatever the situation was that hurt you, it is fading into the past. It is not coming up in the future. It still has an influence on you. And it is one of the things that is blocking your intuition. Your intuition is actually quite strong. You have very strong instincts, both about people and situations, but you haven't recently. You've learned to doubt your judgment. One of the things that the universe is bringing to you is a greater sense of certainty and surety. Do try to make sure that you are taking stock of your life for the good things that remain in it. It is one of the things that will help reshape your perspective, and it will make you understand that you really are very powerful in your life already. You accidentally, solitude. Think of being alone as meaning you are all one and in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. Being alone and being in solitude, waiting for someone else. If you're hoping for a relationship, number one, if you're hoping for another romantic partner following a heartbreak or a loss, know that it's best to try and heal first from what you've experienced in order to have the healthiest relationship that you can. Even if you're very interested in somebody right now, wait until you're ready. Wait until you're ready. I do have flourish. The lotus flower fairy tells you to learn from the experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. Group number one, you are actually going to get what you want. This is actually being granted to you by the universe. You're simply being asked to make sure that you undertake the journey of growth prior to your next expansion. You're not being punished. This will not last long. It is actually almost over. And what you're hoping for is coming to you. For some people, it's not going to be for everybody. This actually may have to do with a job situation. Do you know that the efforts that you're putting in right now will pay off? It's about 8 to 9 weeks away from now. Again, it's not going to apply to everybody, but that's the energy that is present here. Continue to concentrate, continue to try. You can't see it yet, but it is coming to you. In some instances, this is actually a person. This is a person who is trying to reach you. They're not going to be able to get to your side until such time as you have healed. You're not as ready as you think you are. You're very close. You're very close to being ready. You're very close to being ready. By the time this person is in your life, potentially again, you may know this is, again, not going to hold true for everybody, but you may be wishing for the return of another person. They are coming back to you. The only thing that is delaying them is an energetic blockage. as you try and sort through a couple of remaining issues, that the universe has something in store for you. I think it is about 6 weeks out from this particular reading. Potentially just a little bit longer, but it's within 90 days. I think it's closer to 10 weeks. Between 6 and 10 weeks. A process may begin within 6 weeks. There's also job-seeking energy here, and that's something else as well. Make sure to be putting out feelers. Group number 1, if there is a job that intrigues you, don't let your perception of your qualifications for it delay you from applying for it. Okay. I have community, yin yang, storm warning, walking away, magician in the mirror, and then cornucopia. Walking away is not necessarily a physical leave taking, but it can be a card of traveling. The magician in the mirror is essentially the magician in the reverse here. This is the card that you're trying to get that turned in the right direction. Storm warning is the energy of change. You do have 2 5s here as well. Community. Your balance, this is about the balance that we're talking about as well. If you're trying to adjust to something too quickly. You tried to hit the ground running following a loss. Now you just want to get back into a happier space, into a period of growth. To leave this energy behind, it is important for you to undertake the growth within, to know your true worth, to see yourself as valuable. I don't know what was said to you, and this is going to apply to multiple situations, but something was said that was very, very difficult in here. Remember, just because someone says it doesn't make it true, and when people speak in the heat of a moment, quite frequently, they are not speaking the truth. It is not that they're lying, it's just that their intent is to hurt and injure versus illuminate or edify. Let's see what else we've got going here. What is your wish? Is there any other wish here? There's potentially one for a child. There's a process that you will need to go through as potentially treatment. Job seeking, you need to start applying for absolutely everything that you can. As long as if it intrigues you, start putting in the work, start putting out the feelers. It is not going to return it is a 6 to 10 week period before something does happen. In the relationship department, it's not as concrete as that. There is inner work that you need to accomplish first. And that is simply knowing that you are whole and can function in your life without another person present. And that does not mean that the person that you're thinking about, because there is an energy here that you may have your eye on somebody, that person is still potentially your person. You want to have them in your life when you are whole, however. You will have a better time, you will have a better relationship, and you will no longer be trying to heal the issues of the past. Love charm, one enchanted evening, and time to shine. Create the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. One enchanted evening is the perfect night. Love charm, attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. Honestly, I think we have multiple wishes going on here. I think we have multiple energies of wishes being granted. Group number 1. I think you know what to do to have the universe grant you the favors that you wish. If you are in the process of healing, know that all you need to do is make sure that you know that no matter who walks in or out of that door, you're always okay. You're always okay. You don't need another person. It's good to have another person. It's fun. It's wonderful. Who doesn't wish to be in love? But you will not crumble and fall when they walk away. And this applies whether or not you're actively in love with somebody or you're looking for love. The thing that you're being asked to accomplish before you receive the rest of what it is you're asking for is to stand tall within your own skin, to know You are enough. You are fierce, you are strong, and you are magical. This is a powerful person. Be as resourceful as you need to be, and to know that it's okay for you to start getting out there. It's okay for you to begin to explore what your next step is. You're very nearly through the woods, and your solitude is not going to be lasting much longer. Your energies are balancing. If you're looking for a job, it may in fact lie outside the field that you normally work in. There was a community card as well. Don't forget to network. And for the, I think probably one person here who may be asking about a fertility issue, start reading up on as much as you can about things that you can do to naturally, and I'm not a doctor, so please, make sure to take that under advisement, make your own decisions. Tarot is for confirmation, not determination. But do know that there's a lot of literature available. There are many experts. It does look to me as if, with the Sun card down here, that you are headed into a more fertile time in many, many respects. Take very good care of yourself. Recognize your own strength. You are going to flourish. This period when we're alone, and the United States is in lockdown as I am filming this, but it is a timeless reading, so it won't hopefully be forever. Take this period of solitude. Take this period to reflect, to learn, to grow, and to start seeking out your next answers. Your answers for what will make you happier, and perhaps what went wrong, and even what part you may have played in it, in whatever relationship that it was. And that isn't about blame, and it isn't about shame. It's simply about accepting a fault that we have allows us to look directly at it and stand a chance of correcting it. I can be insanely impatient when I want something. I just want it. I want it. Bring it to me now. Bring it to me now. And sometimes it's not. I want things before I'm actually in a position to welcome them into my life. So the universe puts blockages in my way. And it happens over and over again. And over the course of time, I have learned to be more patient and to trust that when I can't get something that I've been trying very hard for, it's not that I'm not going to get it, it's that it's coming to me in the time it is meant to find me. And I do need to trust in that, and I do need to trust in myself. And that's part of what's going on with the wishing candle. And again, this is an active, magical energy. Do try and concentrate, focus, and ask this energy into your life. It does have something to do for you. Open yourself up to the energetic, magical universe. It is trying to find you. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this reading, please hit the thumbs up button. Please subscribe. Please remember to hit that post bell notification so that when I do post videos, you will know. And then if you drop a comment below the video, you will be entered in a free reading giveaway. And I would love to read for you. I do stream live, so you don't have to be in the same room with me. Take care, be well. Thank you for joining me, and wash your hands. Hello and welcome back. If you chose pile number 2, and then this is your reading, and your candle was anointed with Psychic Intuition Oil from, this is again Art of the Root. It smells so good. All of their products smell very, very good, and they have a tremendous variety of them. I am not affiliated, I just buy them, I like them, and so I use them a lot. Your candle, let me explain to you, this is an active spell, by the way. So you're interacting with a magical energy. That doesn't mean I'm doing anything to you. It does mean I'm projecting some energy into your life. In this case, it is grant me a favor, grant me a wish, grant me a boon energy. This is something, concentrate on what it is you're trying to draw to you. This pile, this candle has been anointed with a Psychic Intuition Oil, which is supposed to help hone your ability to see clearly for yourself. It is supposed to help bring you psychic visions, and it is supposed to help you tell the difference between the truth and lies. I'm going to put this over here. Oh, I guess I didn't explain the rest of this. This is mint, which opens up energy pathways, both for things to pass out and things to come in. I have basil, which is a great prosperity herb. I have some prosperity rice, which I do make that myself, and it has about 5 or 6 herbs in it. Multiple conjure oils, rice, food coloring, of course, because it's always colored green, some cut up money, I have popcorn as well. That is great for breaking through barriers. I have the petals of a yellow chrysanthemum, specifically because yellow is one of the things that helps attract things. I have pink carnations. That is for power and dominance. Carnations help bring power to a spell. There is magnetic gold sand as well. That's simply because gold is also attractive. I have, what else do I have? I do have shredded money, and I have bay leaves, which are about wish granting as well. And I do activate and empower all of the ingredients before I begin the readings. So again, it is an active magical energy. Let's see what we've got down here. We've got the Nine of Wands in reverse. We've got the Three of Swords in crossing the situation. We've got the Page of Wands in the upright. We have the Death card in the upright. We have the Four of Cups in the upright. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse. We have the Knight of Wands in the upright. We have the World in the upright. We have the Justice card in reverse. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. We have the Lovers in the upright. We have the Hanged Man in reverse, the Ace of Swords in the upright, in reverse, and then the Four of Pentacles in the upright as well. Okay. So group number 2, and this is a general reading, so it may not apply to everybody, but again, this is an active magic. You may be asking about a situation in which your relationship is at the heart of it. I've got the Nine of Wands in reverse is usually about having stepped back from a situation. Three of Swords, of course, can be a card of health matters. It can also be a card of grief and loss and pain. I call it the heartbreak card, but heartbreak is not exclusive to romance. Many things can break our heart. This is an energy of sadness, though, sometimes of depression. It can be about surgery as well. I do not believe it is in this instance. But what you need to do to try and bring more psychic energies into your life is accept that there is a transformation that comes with pain. We're ever altered in the aftermath of a loss. It is difficult. If this is a situation, again, this won't apply to everybody. If this is a situation in which you were in any way betrayed by somebody that you loved, and there is a potential that that is what happened, know that it is not a permanent condition for you. And it wasn't about your judgment, and it wasn't about you being judged either. You needed to move on and into a new area of your life. You needed to grow and change. It looks as if you were reluctant to leave behind a relationship that was no longer serving you. And so the ending was brought about. There is some apparently anger related to that. At the moment, I am filming this at the time of a lockdown. This is a timeless reading, so I am getting a little bit of discontented energy. However, I think that is going to hold true no matter when you view this. Do you know that there is much that is returning to your life, though? Much of what you lost, a feeling of stability and security, that is coming back into your life. You just need to be open to it. There's going to be progress and excitement. It's not very far away at all. It is within 90 days of this that you begin again. There is an ending first, but it is very freeing to you. You used to believe that you weren't capable, perhaps of independence, or of making the right choices. In relationships, relationships aren't always about romance. They are sometimes. This does appear to, there is at least some romantic energy. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If this is not your pile, then it's okay to move on. That's what you want. I had a bit of a coughing fit. It's the only thing about, being around a bunch of candles that are burning, that are anointed with oils. Sometimes there are some fumes. Getting back to this reading, however, the severing of ties in a relationship of some duration for you has made you doubt yourself, and you're a little bit withdrawn. This is an excellent time to try and meditate, to find stability again, particularly when it comes to the psychic intuition. If you are trying to broaden your abilities, if you are trying to essentially figure out, first of all, almost everyone is psychic, just most of us don't develop it. And when I say almost everyone, that really should be everyone, but there are some people who are just so closed off to it that it essentially will not exist for them. But if you are open to it, if you are willing to develop it, if you are willing to undertake the practices about energy management and energy movement, you can bring more clarity to your intuition, to the visions that you receive, and to open yourself up for dreams and messages. That is one thing that you would benefit from doing at the present time. It will help you release the last of the grief. You're very guarded in your heart chakra. You're very guarded in your heart chakra. And the way that the universe will grant the wish that you're asking for is when you learn to open yourself up again to the energy of growth, expansion, and love. And the way that you can do that is to take advantage of the time that you have in the present, to reach out, to invite more energy of growth and change into your life. The change you experienced was so disruptive, partially because you tried to resist it so much. There is another primary relationship. Relationship does not have to mean romance, but in this case, I think it really might. That is trying to enter your life, and the only reason it can't get to you right now is that the person that you need to be involved with is also completing their own journey. This is not going to hold true for everybody, but group number 2, I do believe that there is a love trying to come into your life. It is within, again, I'm going to say 90 days. Within 90 days. And that just doesn't take as long as it sounds. You'll be healed and whole again. As I said, this is active magical energy, so what you can do is concentrate, open yourself up for that, and ask to receive. I do angelic, celestial, and folk magic. So all of the magic that I do is actually influenced by what most people would be comfortable with. It is divinity, interacting with the divine and with the universal purpose, energy, compassion, kindness, and love. Do we have anything else here? To reignite your passion for life. You have lost that. You have lost that, and you can't really imagine ever getting it back. The times have been so dark. Group number 2, you may have struggled. You may have struggled to try and figure out if there was a reason to go on, but there is. There absolutely is. What is coming to you in the next, as I said, about 90 days to get started, but within the next year, this time next year, you will have a completely different life. Precious time. The Fairy of Time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time as well. What's this? Healing. Now is time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. You are still healing. You are still healing. You are still healing. It's very close to being done. It genuinely is. Let's see what else we can get here. How is this wish going to be granted? How does this favor come? It does look as if it is trying to gain self-insight, trying to develop your ability to receive messages, your ability to see. This is returning from a journey after learning a great deal. There's an exploration of self that you can undertake. Your group number 2, and again, if this doesn't resonate, then it's just a different file for you, or maybe I'm not the reader for you. But you're essentially being reborn, group number 2, and you're going to be a really amazing new version of yourself. You're resisting it because you're clinging to the past, and do try and let it go. That is part of the healing that you need to undertake. There is no way to get back. Nobody gets a time machine. Go forward. Go forward. That is the way that you will get what you're wishing for, what you're hoping for, is by releasing the people, particularly, I believe, a person from the past entirely. We have the temple path. We have the world. We have a man holding a coin, and I'm going to put that in the upright as I only read these cards in the upright now. The world, of course, is beginning again, having a full cycle, having everything. There is stability to be had. The man holding a coin is frequently the same card as the King of Pentacles. The temple path is honoring your physical body, but also exploring within, the world within. I'm going to grab a Making Magic card to wrap this up, but group number 2, all you need to do to get what you're wishing for, to get what you're hoping for, and again, please do concentrate and pull that energy towards you, is to accept that you have changed irrevocably, and that that's a good thing. That that's a good thing. It's not that there was anything wrong with the old version of you, but the new version of you is going to be more powerful in so many different ways. You've had so much loss, and it has altered you. And part of the energy that I'm getting here is that you're wondering if you're ever going to be happy again. You're wondering if you're ever going to be happy again. What's this? All right, let's see. We have and 3 rays of light, balancing male and female energies, peace and harmony. I have breaking bad habits, self-acceptance, excellent mental health, and letting go of vices. Self-acceptance. Group number 2, move forward. Move forward, and you will move into the energy of your wish fulfillment. Triple moon, embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly. That to me is a pretty good sign that you quite simply do need to be working on tapping in more. It is where your healing lies. It is where your healing lies. There is tranquility to be found within. And there is another relationship that is very close by. Very close by. Group number 2. If you liked this reading, please hit the thumbs up button. Please consider sharing it, and please subscribe. If you would like to enter the free reading giveaway, please subscribe, hit the post bell notification, leave a comment in the comment section below. I will be choosing a winner every month for the remainder of the year 2020. I do stream live, but I can also read via email or chat if you don't wish to be available at the time of the reading. There is one more thing for you, though. You are stable. The insecurity that you feel, it's just anxiety. It's just anxiety. You're afraid that the past is going to define the future, and it isn't. You define your future. Thank you so much for joining me. I did already close out. I didn't realize there was going to be more. But I did already close out the active reading, and I just want to say again, thank you for joining me. Let your healing complete, and you will find a pathway to information and to a feeling of stability and rightness. It is hard to believe, but at this time next year, you won't even remember how much this hurt. We are altered forever by pain, but the pain doesn't stay forever. Thank you. Take care. Be well. Wash your hands. Welcome back. If you chose pile number 3, then this is your reading, and your candle was anointed with money drawing oil. This is from Art of the Root. I am not affiliated with them. I just like their products because they have such a tremendous number of them. So let me explain to you what this is. By the way, this is an active magical energy reading, which means you are interacting with magically conjured energies. That doesn't mean I'm performing a spell on you, simply that you are asking the magical universe to enter your life and expand your horizons and to bring to you what you're wishing for. If you chose this pile, it may be that you need an increase in financial security. Let's find out how that's going to happen, and let me explain the spell plate to you. I have peppermint down here because it unblocks all energies. It allows things to flow in and things to flow out. All of the ingredients here were blessed and empowered to do specific things. This was actually empowered to allow an energy exchange for that which you no longer need to leave and that which you need to come in. And basil is a prosperity herb that does help draw money. There is prosperity rice that I did make myself, and it has about 5 different spices in it and probably as many conjure oils, as well as rice, food coloring, some glitter, some chopped up money, and of course it's been prayed over, activated, empowered, and it's sat on my altar for over a month, so it's pretty potent at this point. I have popcorn because that is great for prosperity and for breaking through barriers. I have yellow daisy petals. That is because yellow flowers help draw things towards us. I have pink carnations because they are always going to amp up the power of something. I also have bay leaves. That is for granting wishes. I have magnetic gold sand, as well as it also helps draw, attract, and amplify. All right, I'm going to leave those burning while we continue, and this is an active magical energy progressive read. All right, I have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I have the Queen of Swords in the upright. Knight of Swords in reverse, in the upright as the foundational card. The Devil in the upright in the past. I have the Page of Pentacles in reverse as the current situation, as well as the Emperor in the upright as the current situation. The Magician as the internal influence. The Queen of Cups in the reverse as the external. I have Judgment in reverse in my hopes and fears area, which is also one of the things that influences reading. I have the 8 of Pentacles in the upright. That's a good sign for a prosperity anointed candle. The Star in reverse. I have the Fool in the upright. I have the Strength card in reverse. I have the King of Swords in the upright. And then I have the High Priestess in the upright as well. Well, this is very interesting to me. How is more money coming to you? It is something that you're going to need to think through very carefully. The answer is actually within. It is within your capabilities. You already have the idea. You simply need to unlock it. There has been some conflict in your past and a fair amount of anxiety and stress. The Knight of Pentacles the Knight of Swords in the upright can mean that. At the moment, you're trying to pull back. You may not be working at all at the moment. That's partially because at the time of this filming, the United States is primarily in lockdown due to the coronavirus, but this is a timeless reading. Whenever you see it, it's the right time to see it. There's communications that are going to change this situation. You've released some bad habits, probably recently. It's potentially a person as well. It's not going to hold true for everybody. It's a general reading. It can't. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Page of Pentacles in reverse. You're not making the progress that you want. You're very frustrated. You feel like you're soon going to be bumping into a feeling of more power in your life. As you move out of this period where not much is happening in your life, the time you've taken to reflect, there's some research that you've done as well. It will begin to unblock your pathways. The Emperor it can be the card of Aries as well. I'm not seeing the astrological implication at this point. The swords are air signs, the wands are fire signs, the pentacles are earth signs, the cups tend to be water signs. I don't focus as much on astrology as other readers do. I think there's a lot of validity to it. I simply haven't done the amount of study that would help bring my ability to deliver clear messages on that. So I only use it in a general capacity. But this is the card of Aries at times, but that is a very fiery and dominant kind of energy. This is the energy that you're moving into. You're the person who's going to be making things happen. That is the internal influence of the Magician. This is a master manifesting energy. You can change your reality. It is through your own efforts, through your own drive. The only thing is sometimes you need to accept how powerful you truly are. I do have the Queen of Cups in reverse. You're blocking intuitive messages at this time. The Judgment card in reverse means you regret some past actions. You feel like you did not behave as well as you might have, and with no judgment whatsoever, you didn't. It's okay. They're learning experiences. All you can ever do if you make a mistake is to apologize and to do your very best not to commit the same error again. And we all fall down sometimes, and we all err sometimes. But you are putting in the work to grow and to change. When it comes to money, your spending habits are something that you have been keeping a better eye on. Do continue that. It is a form of personal growth to deny yourself instant gratification for longer term fulfillment. You're working on building a better process. Group number 3, if you're trying to bring a new job to you, there is an energy that suggests submitting, reaching out to a friend. Reach out to a friend of yours who you know to be highly capable. I believe it is actually a woman, but it may actually be a man. It's a very directed sort of energy. So either somebody who, gender, again, it's just kind of meaningless. But somebody who identifies as a woman but is very forceful is the type of energy that I'm getting here. Reach out to that person. They have very good ideas for you. You are building towards greater financial stability. It would be a good idea to take this time to read about debt restructuring as well. A new and hopeful cycle is beginning, and you are starting again soon. You're going to be more excited. Again, this is an active magical energy. Just try and draw the energy in. It is something that is trying to reach you. The Strength card in reverse with the King of Swords in the upright. You do need to allow yourself to be more emotionally expressive. I do like the King of Swords in the upright. It can be a lawyer or a judge. I don't believe it is in this case. I think it is somebody who tries to rule with their head rather than their heart. And of course, the Strength card in reverse with the King of Swords in the upright. It is best to marry the two. We are best as integrated people. If this is describing you, remember, it's not a contest between your heart and your head. Have the two meet together. You'll have balance. You'll have better relationships, both to people and to money. Money is just energy. It's just energy. We draw things from it when we give it away too freely, when we spend it inappropriately, or with trying to bring happiness to us with these small luxuries. It can be, some of them are wonderful. Some of them add a great deal to our lives. It's important to consider. Is this something that I'm buying just to make myself feel better, or is this something that I'm buying because it makes my life better? It is okay to spend money that you can afford. It can. It's okay to spoil yourself. It's okay to splurge. Make sure that it is spoiling and splurging rather than trying to fill an emotional chasm within. We all do it a little bit. We all do it a little bit. You have good emotional priorities as a person. You just have some poor spending habits. The High Priestess in the upright. This is, by the way, one of the card of psychics. You are very intuitive. It is blocked. As you move through, for you, it's just continuing to do the work. You barely need this. Things are coming to you. You have learned many lessons. You are growing into a new version of yourself as well. there's an energy of frustration. You wish things would happen far more quickly than they are happening. That is completely understandable. What you are trying to, the financial stability, the increase in monetary, and again, if this isn't the reading that you were, that wasn't what you were thinking about, then maybe a different pile or maybe a different reader. But this particular grouping is about trying to bring more money into your life for more stability. And it's not just about the money. It's about what the money represents to you and what it does in your life and how it makes you feel. It is, remember, your bank account balance does not reflect your worth. Some terrible people have amazing amounts of money, and some incredibly good people have none. It is not about your worth. Remember that. And remember to let energy flow in and out appropriately. Make sure to give as well. And I don't mean monetarily, I mean of yourself energetically. It is one of the things that invites more in. The more you give to another person, the more you are opening the doors to receive. We have moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthfully. Although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. So the devil in the upright, this can be about overeating and bad habits and eating. I personally am tragically addicted to dark chocolate peanut butter cups. So I can overindulge in those as well. But moderation is also about spending habits. It's about, again, if you're splurging, make sure it's a splurge instead of a way of life. You don't want to incur a bunch of debt. And do some research on ways to invest carefully. It is possible, and there's a lot of things to be learned online as well. Moderation and a steady and prudent approach to things will frequently... What have we got here? Wow, like half of the deck. Let's put this down. I have transformation. This fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. We have healing. I got this one in the last group as well. Now is the time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others, even you. That is a little bit about what I just mentioned, which is making sure to give to another person, making sure you're there for somebody else, making sure that you're a good friend. And in fact, friendship is the next card. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. Do make sure that you're also offering that support in return. And again, this isn't about shaming you about you're not doing enough for other people. It has nothing to do with that. What it does have to do with is you have to create that energy flow. And again, energy is money. If you want more money in your life, make sure energy flows out, energy flows in, energy flows out, energy flows in. And make sure you understand what money is for. It is, in this world, it means so very much. We put such emphasis on it. But really what it does is buy you sort of a secure place in this world. And ideally, it's what you do from that secure place that what makes you happy. Money cannot make you happy. It can buy you nice things that will make you temporarily happy. It can give you a feeling of security that may make you feel safe. But it's emotionally empty if you do not have the things in that safe, secure place that will fulfill your heart, mind, body, and soul. We are more complicated than simply the pursuit of money, and everybody likes money because it makes us feel accomplished, it makes us feel safe, and it makes us feel supported. It is not a measure of your worth. It is not a measure of another person's worth. And if you want true happiness within, then figure out what it is that money makes you feel. Whatever it is, that's the thing that you're really seeking. When you have enough money, how do you feel? How do you feel? Your answers are there. We have we have Goddess, healing feminine energy. We have the festival, create an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. That's in the offing, of course. Spirit, heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. Do not forget, always look for synchronicities, always listen to the people around you. Group number 3, this seemed to be a financial issue. But truly, I think what it's really about is that you're looking for happiness in a bank account. And your happiness is always going to be contained within. Not that money isn't important. Money is delightful. It buys us lovely things, including sometimes massages, which who doesn't like those? But realistically, and again, concentrate, because it is active magical energy, more money can come into your life. But what you really would hope for is prosperity, which is growth, expansion, and making room within yourself for true delight and true happiness. And sometimes that does involve a big bank balance, but sometimes what it really is about is identifying what does make you happy. What makes you happy? Who makes you happy? And how are you made happy? Concentrate on those things. When you discover those answers, you may in fact find that more money flows to you ceaselessly from multiple joyful sources. That's always the goal with any kind of prosperity magic that I do. I like to, on the spells, and I do some magic for hire, but the spells that I do, one of the things that I always say is money flows to me ceaselessly from multiple joyful sources. Money magic that's done that doesn't include that type of wording, you don't want somebody's life insurance policy, for instance. That is not necessarily going to bring you any joy whatsoever. Joyful sources. Find your joy, and you will find your prosperity, and you will find that money drawing oil. I am having a free reading giveaway. The way to enter is to subscribe. Please hit the post bell notification so that you will see when I post new videos, and then you will also leave a comment below the video. Don't forget to, I completely lost my train of thought. Don't forget to have a way of reaching you available as well. So I am going to draw the winners at random, and I'm giving away one free reading per month for the rest of 2020. I do stream live. Thank you for joining me. If you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please consider sharing it, and please subscribe. There's going to be an insert in a moment if you'd like to book me for a private reading. It contains all the information on how to do that. Do please enter the giveaway. I would genuinely enjoy reading for you. Thank you for joining me. Take care. Be well. If you're seeing this at the time of the lockdown, don't worry. We have a future, guys. We have a future. Wash your hands, keep your distance, and we are going to get through this. Take care and be well. Hello and welcome back. If you chose pile number 4, then this is your reading, and your candle was anointed with Lucky Streak. This is from Inexplicable Thing. This is called the Gambler's Oil, but of course it does just have to do with bringing luck into your life, and I always love to sniff them. Inexplicable Things, they're very nice people. They have great products. Let me explain to you what this is. This is an active spell candle. That does mean that you are interacting with magical energies right now. Don't be afraid. That doesn't mean I'm performing a spell on you. It's simply allowing you to reach out and interact with the magical energies that I have conjured for this particular reading, and it does pertain to luck on this particular candle. So what I have is the mint, which has been blessed and empowered to help energy flow both in and out. That is to create good energy exchanges. I have bay leaves for wish fulfillment. I have basil, and that is good prosperity herb magic. I have my own prosperity rice, which there's like 5 or 6 different spices in it, as many conjure oils, some shredded money. There's a whole bunch of things in that as well, and the plate is also dressed with some additional shredded cast. I have yellow daisy petals. The yellow is to help draw things in. I have pink carnations. Carnations are about power. They add power to any spell. And is there anybody? Oh, popcorn. Popcorn is about breaking through barriers, but corn is also a very prosperous thing in folk magic. This is slightly related to a hoodoo tradition, but it is influenced by most low country folk magic in the Appalachian Mountains in particular. And there is gold magnetic sand, because that helps draw magical energies towards us, as well as spirits are very fond of all things shiny. All right, so let's get going on this. I have the Star card in reverse. I have the 6 of Wands in the upright. I have the Knight of Wands in reverse. I have the Hierophant in the upright, the Sun in the upright. I have the King of Wands in reverse, the King of Pentacles in the upright, Three of Wands in the upright. I have the Temperance card in reverse. I have the Ten of Wands in reverse. That's where you want that. Do have the Tower in the upright with the Hermit. And then I have the Six of Cups in reverse. I have the Four of Swords in the upright, and I have the Two of Pentacles in the upright as well. So, you have experienced a loss of hope recently, and you are hoping that your luck is going to change and you're going to make progress. There was a loss of... You've been feeling a bit depressed, very low-key, compressed by a situation that it took your hope from you. It may have involved marriage, by the way. The Hierophant is interesting. The Hierophant can represent courthouses, it can represent hospitals, it can be the card of marriage. It is the card of Taurans as well. It is also represented by the number 5 in most decks. 5 is the energy of change as well, and it can be education, it can be mentorship, and it can be religion. In this particular instance, I think it's a person. I think it is a person. I don't often read the astrological meanings on cards, but in this case, I think it may actually have been a Taurus. It's not going to hold true for everybody. It's a general reading, and it can. But if it was not a person who's a Tauran, because it doesn't have to be, it has been, you were let down by what you thought was a secure situation. And the loss of that has really challenged you. You may in fact be wondering if things are going to get better, period. And they are. I have the Sun card in the upright with the King of Wands in reverse. Part of the reason the King of Wands is in reverse is all of the court cards right now have been kind of having a tendency to be in reverse simply because of the situation at hand. But this is somebody who, and the court cards are interesting. They can represent energies or they can represent people. I think this is an energy at present. You're going to proceed with more caution going forward. You're not going to throw yourself into a situation entirely. The luck card, you may have actually kind of bet the farm on something. It could have been a relationship, it could have been a job, it could have actually been an outlay of money, and you're hoping that that's coming back to you. It is. First of all, if it was an outlay of money, particularly an investment, wait, it may yet pay off. Even if it's not that particular investment, something related apparently has good energy involved with it. If it was a personal relationship, there are new relationships trying to reach you now. The Tower in the upright with the Hermit in the upright, your solitude is coming to an end. Your solitude is coming to an end. Someone may be returning to your life. At the moment, you're not in contact. This is interesting. Group number 4, it's possible that you're hoping that your luck in love is going to change. It's also possible that you're hoping that your financial situation is going to change, and it soon will. King of Pentacles in the upright balances all budgets, has a tendency to have a good and stable home. Gender's a little bit meaningless. This is about making things happen. This is about stability and security. And then the King of Pentacles as well can be a good caretaker. Somebody who's exceptionally reliable. The Three of Wands in the upright. Group number 4, the only thing that concerns me just a little, I think my spell plate might be catching fire, which happens every now and then. If you see me diving for something, it's that I always have something here to smush things out whenever I need to. You gonna behave yourself over there? That's why you never leave one of these spell plates unattended. Your depression, because it does look like you have been suffering from anxiety and depression, is going to be lifting soon. It looks like you have not been you haven't been complacent about this. You've been trying to go towards. Let me go ahead. I'm going to turn this off for a second. I'm going to put out the fire. Welcome back. Pardon the smoke. So as I'm always saying, my poor insurance agent, John, when he was signing me up, because tarot is considered a form of entertainment, he asked me if I had any live animals in my act, and I didn't think to tell him no, but I work with a ton of flame, and I do. But I'm very careful with it. Don't worry, don't worry. And I always have a fire extinguisher not far away as well. Back to the reading. Innovation is one of the things that the Temperance card in reverse has a tendency to hint at as well. There is still a little bit of healing to be done. The manner in which you will heal, it's a little off the beaten track. You're definitely dancing to the beat of your own drummer here. There is this, it's a little hard to tell if this person who is returning to you, who you're not speaking to at the present time, but you will be soon, if that's the person that hurt you or if it was somebody else. But there's very much, there's an energy here that suggests that there was a person who disappointed you and hurt you, and you're thinking that it's going to define the rest of time, and it quite simply will not. Things are going to change, and I do believe that this person is the person who is coming back to you as well. Your luck is changing, and it's changing quite soon. Normally this is the 2 to 6 week area in the way that I do. This is not even the only modification I do on a Celtic cross. I do a very, very modified Celtic cross. It's a reading style I developed. Usually this is in the 2 to 6 week period. I'm going to go ahead and put it there. I know we are in the lockdown situation. This is a timeless reading. Whenever you see it, it is the right time for you to see it. Many of us are in quarantine. Things are going to be changing within the next couple of weeks for you, though. I don't know what it is that will be developing, but something new is coming in and your luck is changing. Again, this is active magical energy. Do please concentrate and allow it to come towards you. It is trying to bring something to you. All right, your luck, I think it's luck in both, I think it's your personal life. I don't think this is a professional pile. Now, if you were looking for a reading that had more to do with that, there are other piles here that are less personally related. There's going to be progress in the area. That this is the 6 of Wands in the upright. There's going to be progress in the particular area that you're hoping for. And eventually there is going to be balance, a return to stability. This is off in terms of relationships, and I'm very much getting the sense that this might actually be more related to relationships than the other piles. You are going to have a return to a stable relationship that has good give and take in it. Ooh. Okay. Let's go ahead and take these 3, I guess. That was not the best shuffle of my life, but then I'm not the most gifted shuffler. Here we go. I have inspiration. Be prepared, as you'll soon receive a visit from this fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. Interestingly enough, the Sun card is about the birth and the growth of new things. So inspiration may be heading to you. Ask for help. Angels are celestial beings who protect everyone, and the fairies say now is the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. Always, always interact with your guides, your ancestors, your angels. And don't forget, this is not always the most literal card. Don't forget to ask your friends for help, your family for help. The energy of depression here, I don't like. In energy reads, whenever I see the star in reverse, I think of it as the beginning of a new helpful cycle. In a past position, in a current position, when it's fixed in time, I do have a sense to see it as a loss of hope. Your hope is trying to return to you. It's been a long journey, but if you are in any way feeling that dim, please reach out, reach into the universe, reach out to your friends, know that somebody will reach back. Go outside. It's time to go outside. Tune into the powerful peace of nature, wherever you are, and feel at one with your habitat. It is still okay to go for walks from a safe distance, but at this particular time in history, staying inside is being mandated in a lot of areas, and do please adhere to that. The sooner that we all do that, the sooner this will be over. But it is also important to still make sure and get out when you can in the ways that are safe to do so. We have motivation. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. That is the card that goes well with inspiration as well. I'm going to go ahead and So you've got multiple things going on, group number 4. Apparently your luck is changing in many areas. Candle melting has an impact on what is going on as well, and these are all the exact same candles. This one has a slight trail in the present and the future position. There are still some things to be overcome. Keep trying, keep believing in yourself. And know that, group number 4, if it's that you're single and you think you're going to be for much longer, you're not. No matter what it is that you want, and again, it's a general reading, it can't apply to everybody, and et cetera, disclaimer, disclaimer. But there are things trying to come back to you. There's things trying to come back to you. And if it's not somebody from the past that you're interested in, or you're not interested in a relationship at all, or you're in one, then again, maybe this isn't your pile and try a different one or a different reader. But this lucky streak is about getting lucky. There's hardly any energy of, now there is some energy of financial stability. I don't get the sense that that's necessarily the thing that's in question here. I have adjacent possibilities. Okay, that means that you have more choices than you realize. Often there's more than one way to accomplish things. Don't get too attached to outcomes. That's always the message from that card. I'm going to put this down and cut in just a moment. 2 more times. Group number 4. You're almost through your woods. Storm warning. That is the energy of change. Door to Spirit. We have the 2nd chakra, Archangel Ariel, and then we have the door to romance. Things are changing, things are developing, and things are growing. Let's get a Making Magic card to close this out. Group number 4, you're wondering if your luck is going to change. It's going to. Almost every other group, I'm not gonna lie, I told them do this, do that, do the other thing. And in your case, just keep doing what you're doing. Healing, the true healing of the mind, body, and soul. And trust. Group number 4, it's time for you to trust that the universe has your back. I'm just dropping cards now. I have Insight, Open the Third Eye to Strengthen Intuition, Mystic Star, Harmony in the Home, and Great Friendships. Harmony in the Home. Harmony in the Home is wonderful to hear, particularly at the present time. All right, group number 4. Again, active magical energies, concentrate and ask them into your life. They're trying to change your luck. Whatever area it is in that you are hoping to have a change in luck, even if it's not what I'm describing and this may not be your message, this energy is still available to you. And I ask that you open yourself to the energetic universe. It is celestial and angelic magic that I deal with. You are not interacting with anything spooky. You are simply interacting with something that means you well and wishes to heal you. And it is possible that you are almost healed. If this current situation, again, timeless reading, so it won't always be this situation, but if this current situation of not being able to leave the house is getting you down, know that it is temporary. Know that it is temporary. And it is possible that as you go forward in the future, you will long for a slower pace when things really get moving again. as the Three of Wands in the upright and the Six of Wands in the upright both suggest things are going to hit the ground running when we're allowed to run again. Thank you for joining me. If you would like to join the free reading giveaway that I am offering, please subscribe, hit the post bell notification, leave a comment in the comment section, and I will be choosing one person, one winner at random every month for the remainder of 2020. It is a 60-minute live streamed read. I can read from email and chat questions as well, but you have the option of only being on audio, or you can also be on a video call with me. I look very much forward to reading you, so do please consider entering. If you liked this reading, please hit the thumbs up button, please consider sharing it, and please subscribe. In a moment, there's going to be an insert if you would like to book me for a private reading. It contains all the information on how to do that, and it contains my Facebook and Instagram tags as well. Group number 4, take good care of yourself. If you are in any part of the world, remember, wash your hands frequently, wash your hands well. This is a timeless reading, but at this particular time, take excellent care of yourself. Good and loving things are trying to enter your life once again. If things feel dark right now, know that the light of the star is soon going to be shining in that dark sky, and it will illuminate your life once more. Thank you, take care, and be well.